It's a pleasure for me to join you at the Rocky Mountain Brainspotting Institute fundraiser. I wish that I could be with you in person, but I am certainly with you in spirit. The Rocky Mountain Brainspotting Institute is a very important organization for me, and they were the first institute of their kind in the United States, in fact in the world, promoting brain spotting in the community, not only for therapists but also for members of the general population. And I know that this fundraiser is to raise money to provide scholarships for brain spotting therapy for people who wouldn't be able to afford it otherwise. Brain spotting is a form of psychotherapy, but it's really a cutting-edge psychotherapy. We call it a brain-body-based psychotherapy because we get direct access into a person's brain where they're holding their problems, their traumas, through their visual field. And we also very much make use of what a person's feeling in their body. The body is a wonderful way to access the deepest parts of the brain. So we're getting into the brain both through the eyes and where people look, as well as through the body through where people feel. But what makes brain spotting truly unique is that it's really based on the human relationship. When we train therapists, the first thing we teach them is that the most important thing is their attuned presence with their client, so that even though we're a brain-body-based approach, we're really a relational approach. And the core of healing happens when two people sit down together, one person who's bringing the issue that they need to work on, and the other person who has both the expertise but also has the presence to help that person to find their way. Brain spotting works by, we call it setting a frame for the person. A frame in the relationship and a frame in the brain and the body found through the eyes. And inside of that frame, the person's capacity to heal, which is really wired into our brain and our body, takes over and really finds what the problem is, what the resolution is, and resolves it from the inside out, from the bottom up. Brain spotting is really designed to work with any person with any kind of issue. We work a lot with, of course, trauma. People have had traumatic experiences, whether in adulthood or childhood. And it really can be applied to any emotional situation, such as anxiety or depression, relational problems, work problems. But it's also used for physical problems, physical pain, tension, recovering from accidents. And we also apply it to enhancing, and what in brain spotting we call it expanding, performance and creativity. I know that out here in the Rocky Mountain area, people are really into the outdoors and into physicality and sports and running, cycling, and climbing, skiing. Of course, I love to ski myself, and I've skied out in Colorado, so I've had the benefit of that. And also with creativity for performance, whether it's for acting, singing, dancing, writing, musicianship. Really, any part of the human experience can either be healed or expanded. So brain spotting really is to help us with every aspect of the human experience. Key thing about brain spotting is that it's very direct, and that the goal is to heal as soon as possible. Talk therapy, although it can be very effective, takes time and tends to be unfocused. Brain spotting is direct. It's like a laser that goes directly from the eyes into the brain, finds where the trauma is, and holds it in place and helps the brain to heal itself. Some issues can actually be healed remarkably fast in 2 to 3 sessions. Some take longer, 5, 10, 20 sessions. And even when it takes longer than that, it still is a fraction of the amount of time that it takes with other therapies, and the healing goes well beyond that. Brain spotting is very well accepted and very popular in the Rocky Mountain area, in Colorado, and the Midwest, but I'm incredibly happy about the fact that brain spotting is not only all over the United States, it's all over the world, in South America, in Europe, in the Middle East, and next month I'm going to be flying to Japan and China to do trainings. We have over 8,000 therapists trained around the world. So what's happening in the Rocky Mountain area is part of something that's much larger. So literally, your being here tonight is very local, but it's also global at the same time. I know that the Rocky Mountain area is no stranger to trauma, especially with the floods and the fires. And I know that there are a lot of returning vets who live in the Rocky Mountain area. One of the things I've noticed that really frustrates me the most is that the people who need the help the most tend to be the ones who get it the least. And the Rocky Mountain Brainspotting Institute is committed to providing brain spotting, high quality, effective, rapid healing to people really who've been affected by these particular traumas and really by individual traumas that happen. So I really hope you can support their effort to provide as much of this pro bono humanitarian brain spotting therapy to as many people as possible.